And the Thunder Podcast keeps rolling. It's episode number 3 of the Inside the Thunder Podcast. And we've got a great guest with us, someone I'm really excited to speak to, none other than Daniel Foster. Daniel, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Todd. Super excited.
Yeah, mate, I'm excited too. And you got my name right, not like Lara. She called me James, that was diabolical. But thank you very much for that,
No
Daniel.
worries.
Appreciate that. Daniel, we've got a great question to start off the pod. We ask everybody this question, and we're going to continue to do so throughout the Inside Thunder Podcast. Greatest sporting achievement that's not basketball. We know how good of a basketball you are. You're a superstar at that. You're a professional, but what's your number one sporting achievement that's not basketball?
I reckon shooting 72 last time I played golf.
72?
Yeah, I had a good round.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah.
It was on a 74, so you went 2 under?
Oh, no, 74. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you shot par?
Shot par.
Yeah, okay.
Shot par.
Yeah, beautiful. Where was that?
Oh, that was back when I was in college.
Okay.
I was playing a little bit more than now.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's probably the
Okay.
happiest I've been.
And you got a handicap?
Nah, don't play enough.
No.
Yeah.
How's this bloke? Doesn't play enough, shoots a 74,
Yeah.
goes around in par, doesn't have a handicap,
Yeah.
and you're a great basketballer. That's
No, it was
That's the
just
worst.
one of those days. Well, lucky.
you said you don't play as much, but do you get out when you can?
I actually haven't got out in a long time, actually. Maybe my mate's birthday would have been like over the Aussie Day weekend was probably the last time, and we just were scrambling.
Yeah.
It's probably the last time I played, yeah.
Yeah, great.
Been meaning to, just haven't had caught the time yet.
Oh, it's a great game.
Yeah, no, I love it.
One of the best. Did you play as a young kid, or you just kind of picked it up every now and then, just have a whack?
No, actually, yeah, did not play as a young kid at all. I'm still am shocking, but was really, really bad. And then picked it up actually over at college. There's a lot of good courses in Reno. It was actually through my fiance's family. They play a good amount down there, so picked up the sticks through them.
Yeah. Can't wait to talk about your college career. We'll get to that in a moment because you went to college at a really cool place. But your junior career, your junior club, where was your junior club?
So I actually originally was from the same club as Tana over in Perth, so Wilson Tigers. I was there until, I think, under 14s, played under 14 nationals there, and then moved across here, and the first stop was Nunna. Played there for the season, went to Bulleen to finish out junior career, and then played 1 year of champ men over at Broady before heading to college.
Now, travelled around a bit. What was the travel as a junior? Was it due to your dad, or what was that? Why would you travel around the country? You started off in Perth.
No, it was just, obviously born in Perth, and like my dad's side's all from there. Originally grew up there, and then just moved over here for their work, and then a bit of basketball, bit of sports. Yeah,
awesome. My co-commentator, Jackson McDonald, who does our games with us, he's a Perth boy.
Yeah.
And anytime anything Perth happens in any NBL 1 game, he's all over it.
Yeah.
And I don't think he knew that you were from Perth because he would have told me.
Yeah.
So he's going to be listening to this and he's going to be saying, how good is this? We've got another Western Australian in the team, you and Tana as well. It's his favourite too. So interesting stuff. And then your junior career was an interesting one. You went to basketball school as well. You studied Marcelin, is that correct? Or,
Yeah.
Played basketball at school.
Yeah, I think the coach there would like that you call it a basketball school, but it's actually not on paper in any way. It's just a school down in Bulleen. There's no scholarships or whatnot. Just a private school over in Bulleen, but got a bit of a reputation for being pretty good. Good history of winning the league over there. So
a lot of juniors will listen into this podcast and so forth. You played national champs as a kid as well.
Yep.
You in some classics, those sorts of things. What was your experience like? What's some of your fondest memories from your junior basketball?
I think one of the funnest ones was at under 14 club championships when I was playing with the Perth team. So that was a good one just because it's back then there was a bit more of a gap between like Vic and the other teams and whatnot. So that was always fun, like massive challenge. And then, as you said, classics, playing a classics is always good fun, like very prestigious kind of, it's a massive deal, right? Back in the day. Played in a couple of those. Actually was able to win. We won one. And then the funny story is we won the classics. It was under 18s, bottom age for myself, and then proceeded to lose like 10 games straight after that, not even make playoffs. Yeah. So, equivalent of winning like NBA mid-season cup and then just dropping off the face of the earth.
Playing rep ball, either in WA or Victoria, best player you played with?
Best player played with.
Just junior ball. Doesn't have to be someone that's made it famous, but.
Probably hard to go past like Kelly, plays over at the Kings, Lepepe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I played with him over at Bulleen.
Yeah.
For a season, so yeah.
And was he benching as much as he benches now back then? That guy's a unit.
Same, mate. Like, absolute unit. So yeah, it was just chucking bodies around, even down in under 16s.
Yeah, that would have been cool playing alongside him. You would have felt like 10 feet taller, knowing you've got Lepepe next to you.
Yeah. He's had some good screens. No, he's good to play with. Obviously, super talented guy, and he's done a really good job.
Yeah, he seems like a champion guy as well.
Yeah, just really good fella.
Seems like a legend. And I hope all the best for his comeback as well. So he's kind of that injury, and follow him along on Instagram. He was getting up a few dunks just recently. So yeah, he's ready to rock.
Absolute freak.
Yeah.
Not many like him.
That's awesome. Now, in your junior career, obviously college comes knocking. How did the college journey come about? Because I believe your dad played college hoops. Is that right?
Yeah. So Pops played over, it's called Oregon Tech in Klamath Falls. So a bit of I think it's NAIA school. So yeah, he did his 4 years over there and then returned back and played. It was called SBL back then for Wilson Tigers. But yeah, no, my path to college probably not as standard, I guess, as usual. I went over there to do a post-grad year at a prep school. And just because I had some offers leading up to that, but just wanted to see if there was anything more out there. Just some of the schools that had offered wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Like, it was a bit far out there and whatnot. So yeah, went over to that post-grad school, and yeah, first day in, was just like fresh off the plane. They actually invited me to go work out with their high school team, which is Prolific Prep. And I didn't know at the time, but I had some guys there now in the NBA, like Jalen Green and stuff was there. So a bit of a wake-up call fresh off a plane, and then must have done all right and got a little bit of interest and kind of went from there.
It's funny you say that, because talk to a lot of athletes about their college journey, and they say when they get over there, they notice the vast competition. It seems like the Aussie basketball world is so insular. You go to a tryout or you go somewhere, 15 blokes, right?
Yeah.
You kind of know everyone. You've got a good idea, but the competition over there must be crazy, right?
100%. And it's just such a different environment, I guess, to hear what you're used to. Honestly, it's a bit of an uncomfortable space, right? Trying to show your talent in front of all these at that one training I did, there was, I don't even know how many Division 1 coaches, probably like 30 or 40, because they're all there to see that fellow, that Jalen Green, to go to the NBA. It's a bit, someone from Australia never had that. You're lucky to get one coach out, So yeah, definitely a bit of a tough environment and completely different to what you're used to over here. And yeah, as you said, the competition's very, very high up there.
How did you manage that as a kid? Because you would have been young. Did you, you look back at it now, you probably thought about it more, but at the time, did you think about it at all? Or were you just like, hey, I've just got to perform here?
Yeah, I think, in all honesty, I think I was just so jet lagged from the plane, and I was just happy to be there at that point. So, just had a bit of fun, really. Managed to sneak in some interest and whatnot.
And then Nevada comes knocking. Going to college in Nevada must be cool.
Yeah.
For people that don't know, give us a bit of background of the college and where you went to.
So Nevada's in Reno, which is a city kind of east of like Sacramento and whatnot, right next to Lake Tahoe, same state. Everyone would know as Las Vegas. So gambling city, pretty much a smaller version of Vegas. So yeah, pretty hectic scene sometimes, but that was good.
Talk us through some of those hectic scenes. Obviously, whatever you can share with us, I'm sure.
It's just, it's like they call it the biggest little city, and it very much is. But yeah, just like the main downtown, it's just a strip of casinos. You see some wildcats out there. But yeah, no, once you, not really my scene. But, once you get to explore the city, there's some cool spots hidden away.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Some of our listeners will have to connect the dots. But played a little bit of golf out there. What was college life like? Like, I look at college life, I only see what we see in the movies, red solo cups and this, that, and that kind of stuff. But give us an insight into your college journey.
Yeah, I mean, there very much is that sort of scene as you were talking about. But, yeah, it's pretty full on. I happened to go over right during when COVID was kind of kicking up. So it from that, after that season, that became my norm, all the COVID, restrictions. But after that, very much changed. So yeah, I got there, and the only other people on campus were the women's basketball team. There was everything was shut. Everything all throughout campus was shut. But yeah, no, it was good. I mean, it was one of those things you get thrown right into the thick of it and kind of swim or drown. And yeah, you learn a lot about yourself and pick up some good habits along the way, hopefully.
I guess that would have been an interesting experience. Did you feel, hey, I've made it all the way to college, I'm in the middle of COVID, I've been ripped off from my college experience, or was it probably a good thing? How did you take all that in?
I think it just happened so fast, right? Like I was struggling to even get out of Australia.
Yep.
Just through the embassy and all that. So the fact that I got out there and then, it's straight away you're into, you got to buy stuff to furnish your apartment. You got to set up your phones, you got to set up your bank account. So you're just so busy. I don't think I really got a time to step back and kind of think about the moment, as you were saying. But yeah, no, it was good. I made a lot of mistakes, but I like to think they've kind of helped me along the way here.
Yeah, I guess that's just life, isn't it? That's just the way it is. And it seems like you've got that perfect mentality of someone who is successful, that you just keep roll with the punches, right?
Yeah, I mean, I try to, mate. Sometimes a bit harder, than it looks. Yeah. Yeah,
fantastic. And look, then you come back from college. At what point did you feel that? And I guess you may not feel this because I guess you've only been elevated from a DP spot recently and that kind of stuff. But was there ever a point where you thought basketball could be a career for you?
Yeah, it was always something that I wanted to do. Going to college was kind of part of that pathway that I thought would help me with that. But I think that, I was just so ingrained in that college lifestyle. I wasn't really thinking about it too much. And honestly, I wasn't putting up great numbers over there. So realistically, I thought, probably not. I'll give it a crack. And that's kind of mindset I had going into it. After college, came back. And yeah, that was the thought. I'll give it a good crack. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. At least I can, go down saying that I gave it a crack. And fortunately, I was able to, get a DP spot down at Phoenix, and then work my way up, and then had a good year at the Phoenix as a team and good year as a club.
We'll talk about the Phoenix experience in more detail in a moment, but NBL 1, I guess it's a competition. It's been around a little while now, but it's kind of survived in other forms, in Siebel and those sorts of things.
Yeah.
But when did that come onto your radar? And talk to us a little bit about your thoughts on the league, because it seems like it's a great little holding spot for winter for guys that are going different places.
Yeah.
You play with guys that are working,
and
then pro athletes as well.
So it came about really, I can't remember the exact dates, but heard that, Ash actually messaged me when he got the job. And actually, I think Ciro, one of our coaches, had messaged me saying that I think Ash is going to get the head coaching gig down here at Keilor. And straight away I thought, that would be a good spot to land. It's close to home. And I had Ash in under 20s nationals, so there's a bit of history there, and got along great with him, knew what he was about as a coach, and loved every part of that. So he reached out, and kind of quietly came with an agreement, because I was still in my season, so probably couldn't be announcing that I had a contract here in Australia. Coaches over there probably would have ripped me if I'd done that. Got a contract out, and was super excited, and it was just a perfect match, really. Love the way he goes about it, staff he's got, and the club itself. It's just been awesome.
It seems wild, the when you hear players getting in trouble for announcing NBL 1 contract to go from college to NBL 1 when you've got like NIL programs and those sorts of things. Like, it just seems absolutely wild, the fact that they get so cut about that. I think we've had a few go through that issue. We had Tessie Hill recently copped all that flack. Yeah,
makes absolutely no sense.
But of course, you had a connection with Ash. We'll talk about that. But Ciro as well, a bit of a connection from Hume City. Is that right?
Yeah. So he actually, when I played over at Broadie or Hume City, he was on the women's side of the club over there. And then when I left to go to college, he started being assistant coach for my pops that coached at Broadie for a number of years. So yeah, there was a bit of connection there, and my brother also played there. So like, I think those three fellas were carpooling for a couple of years there. Ciro in the boot.
Yeah, roll him up in the boot. How good's that? I'm going to have to ask him about that. I think we might get him on in a couple of future episodes. But tell us about Ash Arnott, because we've had him on and he is a cracker. Like, he seems like he can coach. I know, like, his resume talks for itself, but what's it like playing for a guy like Ash?
Oh no. For me, it's a perfect match, right? He's just an ultimate competitor and hates losing, will do anything to win, but yeah, just has a lot of passion in it. Super invested, and not just like on the surface level. You can tell he's very much invested in each player as an individual, and then the club itself. Like, he's always trying to help out the club and guys on the team any way he can. But yeah, no, like super easy to communicate with as a head coach, and I think that's something that really helps, right? Like, anyone on the team can go over chat with him, and he's going to listen. And but yeah, no, just great coach, great guy.
Yeah, he just seems like that guy. Like, I get to see him for like 40 minutes on a game day, and then every now and then passing in the hallway. But he just seems like that guy. He's exactly what you described. He's just the man. Like, it's not unusual you rock up here and he's taking a team. Yeah, junior kids. And,
exactly. That's a great example right there.
And I wonder if they know. I wonder if some of those kids know who they've got in front of them.
Maybe not on the first time, but I think they would quickly figure it out. Fairly intense. So no, I think they would. Someone on the side would be like, hey, look, pull your head in a little bit. That's Ash, the NBL 1 coach. Yeah,
well, like, what I mean by that is like how much knowledge he actually has. Like, they know he's the senior men's coach.
Yeah.
But then, like, the mind that they have, that's actually giving him tips and tricks and those sorts of things. So
probably not, because looking back when I was that age, there's no way.
Yeah. Who's this bloke rolling in?
Yeah.
But talk to us about that time with him in 20s, because playing for the national team for the first time, that must have been cool. Put on the Aussie jersey.
Oh no, actually, it was just a Vic.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yep. So it was just under 20s Vic team. It was a bit of a unique situation again. Like, I was bottom age at the point and got picked as a emergency for the team, and then got a pretty rogue email saying there's opportunity to play on the second Vic team, or you can stay as an emergency. So I was no brainer for myself. So that was, I think, like, my official first time playing for Ash. I don't even know if I really had much run in with him in tryouts or anything. But yeah, so he coached me in that tournament. That was great. Like, he hasn't changed at all, which is shows his character and just him as a person.
Yeah, awesome. And this year, kind of looking from afar in the team, and you can give me some more insight on this. The group that we have at the moment in our men's side, it seems very connected. You guys seem to be pretty close throughout the crew. Is that right?
Yeah, I would say so. Got a younger team, that's for sure. So I think that definitely helps. Great group of fellas, and that hopefully help us win some games down the road.
I know you probably love to say all of them, but who's your boy on the team? Like, who's your number one?
Who's my number one?
Yeah.
I think honestly, I've a good chance to land, because it's just it's small basketball world, right? So there's always someone that, like, he knows I'd cross paths with, and vice versa. So and then Landon, he's a good fella.
You went through the college pathway pretty similar time. Time, right?
Yeah, and like, for example, he's one of his old teammates down at Menlo. He's now one of my teammates over at Phoenix.
Yeah.
In Pat Ryan. So just small world, and always kind of knowing the same sort of people and being around.
Yeah, awesome. Let's talk about your Phoenix journey.
Yeah.
When did they come knocking? How did they come knocking? And how does that happen? How did you get signed up as a DP spot initially?
So came back from college and started playing with Keilor and was doing just some workouts down there and some runs and whatnot with nothing official. Just honestly didn't know if anything was going to come out of it. Like we were talking about before, just want to have a crack at it, like doing everything I can to try to get that opportunity. And then, just got a call from Simon Mitchell saying they wanted to offer me a DP spot down there. And then it was a bit of a race. I had to figure out like who was going to be my agent because some new rule came in saying that you needed to have an agent as a DP. So I was figuring that out, and then I was lucky enough to get that opportunity. And then from there it was honestly just head down until preseason started up. Just rolled in the preseason with all the coaches, and that was a good opportunity. Right, it was a completely different level, like the highest level that I'd ever experienced and been around. Being surrounded by a bunch of pros, and all of them have years in the league now. So it was a bit eye opening first couple of weeks. Same sort of story. Just kept head down, trying to do all I can, and then eventually got the call from Simon and the head coach down there in JK saying that I was going to get elevated to a roster spot, which was awesome and dream come true.
That's so cool. But before we get to that, when you sign as a DP, for those that don't know, give us like a bit of insight into expectations around what a DP should do. What's a day in the life like as a DP? Like, because like you're also trying to work your butt off, make the team, but then also you've got all these guys around you that are full time and so forth. What's that like?
Yeah. So in terms of just like in the NBL 1 season, it's very much you just going in there all you can down, and that would be going into State Centre, down using their facilities like their weight room and their courts and the coaches. So just getting some workouts in with them, and then off season pre-season, you're required to do the same as every other roster spot guy. So that's I can't remember now, but I think it's about 4 or 5 times a week in the preseason. And you're starting at 8 a.m. with weights, and then you go to team training, and then probably gonna do some form of like they call it like a vitamin, just a quick indie workout in there. You're gonna do some recovery, so it's a pretty full day. You're going days in a row, so it does get pretty fatiguing, and especially someone like myself, like it was the first time experiencing that. So hopefully, I'd like to think that this one would be a little bit not easier, but I would know what to expect going into it, and maybe the body will hold up a little bit more, because I remember days there where I was pretty banged up and whatnot. But DP is, it's similar to that of a roster. Honestly, you're in the same amount of times, just different titles, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's the best way to look at it, right? Like you kind of, you're there, you got an opportunity, go for it.
Yeah, 100%.
Just get what's been a concurring theme is just like you've just got on with it. Like you just get in, have a crack, head down, and I think that's the best. Like that, I think if anyone listening to this, that's probably the best lesson is like just have a crack and head down and go for it. The phone call does come though. You mentioned that before, and they say, mate, we're going to offer you a full-time spot. What's that phone call like? What's that initial feeling? Does things change, or are you just like, oh yeah, cool? Like,
it was an interesting one because, obviously, I was aware that there was a roster spot available during preseason. They hadn't signed anyone, and beyond that, I didn't know what they were looking to do with that at all. Right, I'm not behind the curtain at all, but so I knew that opportunity was there, but just. Kept going at it, but once I got that call, pretty stoked, honestly. It was a bit interesting because I just a couple of months earlier got the call of, getting offered the DP spot. So, I was super stoked about that. Right, it was another goal of mine that I wanted to achieve, and achieving it, kind of both those goals in the same couple of months there. It wasn't something I was exactly expecting, but that was very exciting. Definitely wasn't. I wish it was just a kind of kick the feet up from there, but definitely more of now I got to really put their head down and work even harder.
Yeah, work starts again.
You
exactly. Got to start again. And then what's the first couple of games like that? You're under the lights, these sort of things, like your first games. What does that feel like? What's in that lead up? I know you probably played in big games before, but then when you play your first pro game, what was that like?
Yeah, it's just a different environment. I think being home, playing in front of friends and families, different experience to that of college. Fortunate enough that over in college, played in front of some big crowds and pretty hectic and crazy crowds. So I don't think the lights were any brighter than over there. So I think that was something that translated well from college. But yeah, just a different environment, right? Playing in front of loved ones and in your back home. So I think it was much to me. It was just awesome, like dream come true, right? Couldn't have written something better.
And then you played some meaningful minutes throughout the stretch. You got a good shake at it as well. Mm-hmm. Your expectations going into the season, what were they? And then when you get to the end of the season, how different were they from your expectations?
Yeah, I think changed very much early on, right? As soon as I got the call up to be a DP, it's from there just happy to be there, right? And try to become the best basketball player I can and just be a sponge, soak up all the knowledge you can. But so transitioning then to a roster player, I think it was very much the same kind of expectations for myself. Just try to scratch the cord and get any minutes I can and use that as a bit of development. Was able to get a couple minutes here and there, which is great. And then obviously being on the team such as a Phoenix, it was a good team with really great players. So yeah, it just really helped me hopefully get better as a basketball player.
Looking back, so far you such at the start of your career, you got so much time ahead of you, but best player you've been on the court with, either with or against, who's number one? Who's that guy that you've been on the court with and you're like, damn, who is this guy?
Oh, I think for me, just you're going at him, he's going at you every day, and that'd be Sobey. Some of the stuff he does on a daily basis is pretty freakish. Nothing that I'd ever seen, and he has some crazy days, he has some wild shots, and then early days, and then he does the exact same thing the day after that, and the day after that. So
confirmed.
Yeah,
it's not a fluke. Like
it wasn't just a hot. He wasn't just having a heater. It's he does that every single day, and I think that the results show with what he was able to put together with the season, having an MVP caliber season. So yeah, definitely the best player I've shared the court with.
Yeah, that's awesome. Let's take a pivot from basketball for a second. Daniel Foster off the court, away from basketball. What are you into? What keeps the brain ticking?
Look, George just spend time with friends and family, whatever that really may be. But I like to try to get outside as much as possible. Love getting down to the beach. Obviously, Melbourne weather doesn't help with a lot of the stuff I just said. So. Really anything. I love getting down to the movies. Playing some golf like we touched on. Checking out new spots in terms of restaurants and a bit of a foodie. So trying out new cafes and I'm really pretty easy, honestly.
Apologies on behalf of Victoria for a Perth boy to come across. We've got zero beaches.
That was a tough transition.
Yeah, it's tough because Perth has got some of the best. I reckon in Australia, underrated.
I would agree. They're everywhere, right? The whole stretch is just pristine beach, and honestly, they're dead compared to that of the Melbourne beaches on a nice day. Melbourne beach is absolutely slammed. So
yeah, done some damage. Cottesloe on a Sunday is generally the best setup I've seen in a long time. Daniel, you said you're a bit of a foodie. Daniel's number one spots in Melbourne. You're coming to the capital. This is where you're going to do it. Where's your favourite places to eat?
Oh, it depends on what I'm looking to kind of grab. But
top 2 or 3.
There's a good sandwich joint down the road from me. It's called Dre's Deli.
Okay.
So that's an awesome little American sort of deli down there. I'm trying to think. Yeah, we just moved down to Brunswick East, so we're just off Lygon Street, so checking out all the spots there.
Perfect.
Went to Teller, a nice little restaurant / pub. Oh, mate, any of them.
Just wherever the food's good. And that's the good thing about Melbourne. You can literally pick any area and there's about 4 or 5 different places you can head into and just absolutely dominate.
No, it's a bit overwhelming sometimes, all the choices and all the good spots. You don't want to pick one and be thinking, oh, bloody hell, should have picked the other one.
Yeah, that's the thing, that can be the hardest thing, is your choice. Well, let's get back to basketball. NBL 1 season. The boys are rolling this year. We've win-loss. We're kind of struggling to string a couple together, but what's the vibes like at the moment in the locker room, and how's it all travelling this season so far?
No, definitely high vibes. I think we show that we can compete and win some of the top talented teams in the league. I just think it goes to show the depth of this league is pretty tough, right? You got to be ready to go every single game because you might drop one that it's going to hurt you later on down the road. But like you said, it'd be nice to string a couple together. I think we went on 1 3-game streak, and there was definitely some games there where we could have made it 4 or 5. So. No, vibes are good.
It seems that Keilor here, we're kind of doing something similar, where it's been 2 seasons now. We've had a bit of a core group together, and added guys like yourself and so forth. How does that feel, kind of as a prospect? Like, your team's pretty similar to what it was last season, and do you think that's the key to success in the NBL 1?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, obviously, there's a couple of outliers out there when they go and get some crazy talent, but. Yeah, I think having that core group of guys, and that's really at any level in basketball, I think is the easiest way to have ongoing success, right? Even you see teams like Kilsyth, Nunawading's a great example too, right? They bring in the same Aussies every year, run the similar stuff every year, and always seem to be at the top of the table or thereabouts. But yeah, it just makes things a lot easier with the continuation of having guys, and I would imagine as a coach too, not having to spend so much time running through your plays and what sort of shots you like and all your defensive schemes. So I think it just makes things easier on both sides, both as a player and a coach. And yeah, hopefully we've, like you say, been doing that down here at Keilor. So if we can keep that going, hopefully that returns into success.
Hopefully, mate, for our sake, from the fans' sake, hopefully we'll lock you in for a couple of years. That'd be absolutely amazing. Mate, we've got a little bit of a tradition on the podcast, Daniel, is that the guest before you has written out a question for you, and then at the end of this, we'll get you to write a question for the next guest.
Yep.
So Lara McSpadden has written this question in for us.
Yep.
The question is, what's something you are proud of that you never get to talk about? I like that question. That's a good one.
Oh, jeez. Proud about that I never get to talk about.
I think we already covered it. Your golf going around in par.
I don't even know. That's a tough one. Might have to come back to you on that one.
Or we'll leave that question in lieu. We'll add that as a bonus feature.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have blanked on you on that one.
That's all right.
Question.
Have you got a little secret shoe collection or anything like that? Or
nah, I wish.
He's just a chill guy. Daniel Foster is just a chill guy.
Yeah, geesh, I don't even know. I've got nothing for you.
All good, Daniel. Not a problem. Mate, it's been a super episode. It's been great to get your insights. You've had a great career, and you're about to have a super career. Looking into the future, and like, it's probably hard to do, but where would you like to see this basketball journey take you? What would be, if we were to sit here in 20 years' time and say, hey, I did these things, what do you think that would be? Do you have something in mind?
Oh, yeah, look, nothing too crazy, unfortunately. I don't think it's too entertaining, but literally just play competitive in professional basketball as long as possible. It's an absolute dream to be able to play basketball as a profession. So, yeah, just do that at the highest level I can. Get the most out of myself, and hopefully play some winning basketball along the way. That's really about it. And just be, 20 years down the road, and could be proud of that, and moved on to the next thing.
I knew when I was asking you that question, you were going to give me the most humble and chill response. And I was thinking, this is probably not a question I should be asking. But you know what? I think that the theme of this podcast is that's been the key to your success, is how humble and cool of a human you are. just a chill dude, and you just take the punches as they come, right?
Yeah. I try to be, I think. And just I think makes it, you got to have goals and whatnot. But I mean, it's just a game at the end of the day, and trying to do it the best I can.
Mate, that very, very well summed up. We're going to leave it there. Daniel Foster, absolute superstar of the game. He's going places. Make sure you track this guy and get his jersey for the Phoenix and, of course, the Keilor Thunder. But, Daniel, thank you very much. When we wrap this up, I'm going to get you to write a question for our next guest coming up, so that should be fantastic. But once again, mate, thanks for coming in.
No, I appreciate having me, mate. It's been great. Thank you.
Thanks, Daniel.